48-48. We come up on 4 minutes to go. Sixth tie of the day.
Andre taking the trip off on the other side.
Klesmit swing. Crowl open look. Boom.
Big guy. Off.
Richardson trying to feed the post. He gets knocked around. Turnovers. Apawa couldn't catch it.
Didn't get the vision in the hands.
And now Wisconsin with a chance to take the lead.
Shooters on the perimeter all over.
Crowl.
There you go.
It's a three.
Well, right now, Fears is guarding it. Fears is only 6'2", giving up some size there.
At about 50 pounds.
Crowl back in, creating space with the left hand.
Oh, they slipped him in there.
In Adai-Mara. It's really, I mean, you know, part of the story for every team, the rosters move, players move, but the player development, you really see it as the year goes along. You've seen it with Jace Richardson. He's an example of it. Adai-Mara, a great example of it. There's Crowl going in and scoring on. Dead ball turnovers will make Mick Cronin angry, but the live ball turnovers is really what changes the way they play.
That's right.
Here's Crowl. Oh, what a finish. Back-to-back two.
League rule, you cannot have that colored undershirt under your jersey when you check in. So Amos had to go quickly back to the bench, a quick wardrobe change, right back on the floor.
Nobody is all over wardrobe rules like Bezo.
Because Bezo's wardrobe is tight. He knows what he's looking at. Those Malone imitation. Getting it on the glass and padding the numbers.
If you're wondering, he can touch the rim without jumping. Or maybe you weren't wondering.
That's pretty cool, though.
Maybe you just assumed, and you'd be right. Crowl, take another. Hit another!
Mara.
Comes Will Kyle.
Mara's made a couple beautiful passes this afternoon. I mean, he set up Sky Clark on the alley-oop. That time gets his fellow big along the baseline.
More bench production for UCLA.
David Crowl.
It was just in and out of the rotation. The injuries have created an opportunity for him, and he hits the three.
And Justin Mullins, if he's hitting threes, that's a great sign for Northwestern. Not one of his strengths. Those are the points that Chris Collins is referring to, that Rick Pizzo mentioned, that they need in order to offset the best and most offensive, efficient team in the Big Ten in Wisconsin.
Stephen Crowl. And his second half has just been rough. There's no other way to put it for Northwestern shooting the ball. 18%.
When we talk about this Wisconsin team on the offensive end, they can still defend. They didn't forget how to defend under Greg Gard.
Nice pass. Tanjay to Crowl.
The last one coming in the Wednesday night win in Minneapolis. Wisconsin starts with, at first they look to keep this going against Penn State. 23 consecutive home wins against the Nittany Lions. Immediately get it inside the crowd. Dual threat, their second leader in assists on the team. Finds the backcourt here and gets the first two. With a good sequence of three to the block shot. Conan Niederhauser has been a nice addition coming over from Northern Illinois. And back comes Blackwell, already on top by 5. Crowl. He's got a three.
Line up in for Wisconsin, so you have to help if you're Wisconsin on the baseline because they're getting too far into the paint and they draw a lot of fouls as well.
Crowell's had at least 3 assists in each of the last 3 games, but that's keeps it himself.
As unselfish as the Badgers are, a lot of good things can happen.
Dillion misses, rebound to Wisconsin. You say unselfish, I think about those assists. More than they've had in the last 30 years, and you've seen that here today already. Crowl has had that ball right there. That's where he wants it many times here already.
That's the single coverage ball. Yeah. I mean, that's what. If I say Danny Earl, everybody's going to jump up in their chair.
You're bringing up some of the best names in the last 20, 30 years. Good job inside by Crowl, and he'll have a chance to make it an and one
for a while, but they were able to pull that one out in the end.
Well, that was a sweet spin, did not lead to 2 for Dillion, and the rebound to Gilmore. Crowl on the lookout for an assist or a bucket. And that's how he finds a bucket. Right back to Blackwell. And a finish from Crowl. What a spin and the reverse flush.
He's been spectacular in this game at both ends of the court. He loves to dunk on people.
That got him into double digits at 11. Crowl.
Fox knocks that out of bounds. It'd be wise to throw it into Stephen Crowl. 4 straight games in double figures, had 18 in the first meeting. That's a tough matchup for Garcia down there on the block.
He's had some great games against Minnesota and adds to it as is Frank Mitchell.
That was going to be a shot clock violation, but instead, Stephen Crowl picks it up, goes to the ground, and that turnover leads to a bucket. Big swing right there.
6 turnovers for the Badgers, leading to 7 Minnesota points. Here's Crowl up top for 3, knocks it down. We've seen that stroke. And Rigsby
Comes off that pin down, and if you're not going to stop him, Rigsby going upstairs. Wisconsin with a breakdown and a nice aggressive take. Rigsby giving some juice here to this Minnesota offense.
The bench was key for the Gophers in the win against Nebraska. No bench points yet for the Badgers tonight. Crowl underneath, yes! Crowl with 7. Early rounds as well.
Thank you for
the other guys, but I'm going with the guy I'm working with tonight.
I appreciate that.
Blackwell to Crowl. Oh, this 2-man game working.
Screen, and Kanye reads that. Now he'll read the opening on the middle of the floor also, as we just showed on the open, for pull-up jumpers.
See Wisconsin coming in off their lopsided victory a couple of days ago against Washington to get their record to 22-6. Down low to the box, this is Crowl, red hot over his last 3, and he picks up where he left off. A good 3-point shooting team. Kanye is going to fire. Back of the rim, the putback up off glass, and it's Crowl again inside. Underneath, this is Cooper stepping middle. So the Spartans trying to play through some early jitters.
And Izzo is trying to get them on the blocks and get them going as best he can. Likes to spread the wealth, if you will, with this diverse team that he has. A lot of depth for Tom Izzo this year.
Michigan State 1 of 6 from the field to start. Badgers, good ball movement. This is Jack Janicki who's checking out of Gilmore. This is Crowl from deep, and he buries it.
Yeah, good step.
5-point lead.
Can't say fiddler to the roof, can I?
You can say anything you want, Jimmy. Here comes Crowl. Big answer for the Badgers.
He just comes in the game, and he's looking to light it up. He's the guy you cannot let get a rhythm early on.
He's got 14 or more points in his last 4 games coming in. Back in for Crowl. They've been feeding the big man early, and he pays it off. Diallo attacks on Blackwell. Pulls. Can't finish.
He's again pushing eyes up.
Gilmore, pump, drive. Caught up, bounce it inside for Crowl against Kepnon. Crowl, spin, baseline for 2. From 3 in his previous 3 games, and he's coming in now 3 for 4 from downtown so far tonight. McGee snares that rebound under 3 to play in the first half.
McGee would stall that one. Can't do that in the league. Might get backhanded if you steal a rebound from a big.
Yeah, that's a paycheck. You gotta make sure that you get your stats up right.
Absolutely. There he goes. He gives it back to him. He's
Crowl.
He's had a couple of, especially in college basketball, you want these guys to put their head down, drive, kick. It always leads to a good 3. Wisconsin's like the epitome of that. They'll pass up a good shot for a great one.
That's a great one right there.
Right there. Good misdirection. Comes off a screen. Corner fadeaway. big-time shot. He's really been shooting the ball well. He's been pretty much automatic if he gets any space.
Now, he's 3 for 3 from downtown today. He came in 13 of 24 in his last 3 games. Same move, same result. Crowl has been...
And off we go with a little false start, but Wisconsin controls it.
And folks, both teams are going to set a ton of ball screens, so each of their ability to be able to play really well against ball screens is going to be important today.
Badgers 11th ranked in the country, one of the hottest teams in the nation, 5-0 this month. They go into Crowl, the veteran, the 5th-year senior, and he gets the first bucket. For the Ducks, Jackson Shellstad.
Yeah, 39% from 3 on the year, but 46 in Big Ten play. He's been stroking it from 3.
But he did not have a single field goal at Iowa, so Dana Altman said wanted to get him going early. That's a good sign for Oregon.
Indeed, 0 for 7 from the field.
Crowl, two-handed flush. Double comes. Winter, right down Broadway. Crowl cleans it up.
Open earlier in this game, and they've been throwing inside, and they've got to be able to get him some touches in the post. He's terrific from 3, but I like him down in that paint.
And Fonz, that has been a continuing theme for Dana Altman's club this year. They have settled for 3s at times that haven't made him happy. Meanwhile, Wisconsin is going in. He's got 9 to Nate Biddle.
I like the intentionality behind getting number 32 and Black the ball in the painted area and let him go to work. That was a really nice pass by Bamba.
Now can the Ducks get the stop on this hit? Crowl can hit that 3, doesn't take it here. Klesmit back to the big fella. And the big fella to the basket.
That's so smart. Again, that's 9% from 3. Good luck closing out on this 6'11", 7-foot guy out of the 3-point line.
He has a lot of tools. This guy's pretty good as well, the veteran Stephen Crowl with the right hand.
That's where Illinois is at their best. They shoot a ton of 3s. They shoot the most 3s actually in the Big Ten, but they're an outstanding offensive rebound shooter.
Now Boswell on the step back. Short. And a rebound to Amos.
Good block out by Klesmit.
Blackwell dishes out. Crowl, he can hit that. Yep, second one of the night. Slipping in there at 6 feet tall.
Because of the spacing on the floor when they shoot those 3s, those run-in offensive rebound opportunities are available, and he took full advantage there.
Inside of a minute. 2-man game. Crowl, count it.
That kind of production from number 2 in Orange when your best player is having a rough night.
10 for Gibbs Lawhorn. Stephen Crowl, that's his money move, and you called it. That will get Kasper Siakachonis going.
We said he needed an easy one, and to your point, oftentimes with a really good offensive player, if they can see one go through, we can get them going. Let's see if 32 can get going here late.
Blackwell behind the back, nifty. Crowl 3. Boy, that was pretty.
Folks, 32 in Orange is a phenomenal player, and he's just usually probably 1 per 30 games. Even really good players have rough nights. He's having one tonight.
And now Illinois
averages 18.6 points per game. He put up 8 over the last 7 minutes of the first half. Wisconsin trails Purdue by 1. Tonje has been fire for this team. Blackwell has been ice. That combination for Wisconsin over the course of the season. Crowl got a 3.
The 2 bigs.
Excellent activity from Dixon Sanford. Little 3-quarter court pressure, something that Iowa will throw out there every once in a while. Getting an easy one off the turnover.
Hawkeyes had missed 4 in a row before that land. Double again on Crowl. This has forced a couple of those turnovers. And another one. Sanford steps in front. Blackwell gets it right back for 2. Crowl.
Nowhere to go. Good hands, and then Iowa gets a run out. You got to be a little bit smarter with how you break that 3-quarter court pressure if you're the Badgers.
Tonje back out there, leaves it for Crowl. Knocks down the 3. Last year against Wisconsin. Late shot clock, and Balco has to force, and he missed it.
Rebound, pumped around, and that's a good group effort by the Badgers.
Yeah, it's going to have to be the game for Wisconsin. Indiana a little bit stagnant on that possession, but all four Badgers in there in that painted area fighting for that defensive rebound.
Crowl has not been shot.
And beat Stephen Crowl off the bounce.
Amazing that one didn't go in. Gilmore pulled down his 5th rebound, by the way. And Stephen Crowl drains the...
Stephen Crowl, the veteran on the inside, going to work on Julian Reese. Got his own offensive rebound.
Had to feel good for Stephen Crowl after playing Nebraska. One-on-one coverage here against Julian Reese. He's going to have opportunities to go to work. He
coming off back-to-back double-doubles and a career high at Illinois.
The pocket pass is going to be there for Maryland.
Nice set play out of the timeout. Kapari could not finish. On the other end, Crowl wanted that a little earlier. Got Reese in the air, can't finish, taps it in, and an opportunity at 3.
Andrews there. Dylan Andrews makes a great play off the pick and roll.
And Adai is staying on the floor. He's going to get a really good run to end this first half. Nice there on the roll, and Crowl gets
his big fella to get open for an easy layup. But nice selfless play by Tajay.
Entry just off of Bonner's hand. Blackwell. Spot up Tajay. Trail is Crowl. And Wisconsin.
On him from the three-point line, and that's just hard to do for bigs. And so he can get his shot whenever he wants when he sets the pick and roll.
Another measure in the second half. Neither team went to the foul line much. UCLA has struggled, admittedly, with defending without fouling. They did so in the first half. Can they do it in the second?
Yeah, that's going to be a key right there.
And Crowl snuck in. Can he beat Mara? Got it back and puts it in.
Yates. That shot. Did that get blocked? Missed badly. It was bothered if nothing else, and then Agee can't hit it.
He passed it off the backboard to Agee.
An NBA All-Star game.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first. Carter Gilmore backing in on Abo. The help comes and opens it up for Crowl.
And
he connects.
He can hear.
St. Thomas with the first 3 of the game for the Trojans.
That was a long 2, guy. They'll probably look at it. But either way, the Trojans needed a bucket, 2 or 3.
They called it a 2. So John eagle-eyed.
Eagle-eyed. That's what I've been called.
On this possession for Wisconsin?
Maybe. We'll find out right now.
The foul was on him. His second. Here's Tajay with it, guarded by St. Thomas.
Crowl. I'd like to see Crowl go to work. No double coming. Right over the top of Claude.
And he scores.
Putting it on a platter for Mahaffey. Can this get the Buckeyes going?
Wisconsin looking to get those threes going inside right now. Spinning his Crowl and finds a way to the bottom of the bucket.
Throwing him off just a bit.
Glover out to Parrish, has been shooting the 3 awfully well, but not tonight. Ohio State 0 for 4 from distance. Kamari McGee got his first start last week with Klesman out, had a career-high 15 points. Back inside to Crowl. Working his way closer. Number 1 tonight.
I tell you what, I'm surprised. I thought after coming off of such a tough loss at home against Oregon, I thought Ohio State would start a little bit more crisp handling the basketball, and that has not been the case.
Crowl with a chance to go one-on-one here. Patience. And 2 more.
Minsky of the Badgers, also Michael Finley, Dallas Maverick great and a Badger great.
Bringing down some names of my youth watching Big Ten basketball. Crowl inside, one-on-one. He's in double figures. And he's got 2 more.
Yeah, he just 1 of 5 from 3. Expect your veterans to step up on the road. He struggled here offensively tonight.
Well, you can tell the focus right now is get it to Crowl. He's got a one-on-one in the lane, and he wins.
Jump shot for Mike Mitchell Jr.
Well, it's imperative that the Gophers get off to a really good start here on the road to elevate their confidence. I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to respond after that double overtime loss to Ohio State at home.
Probably a game, Stephen, that Minnesota won twice, regulation and overtime. Costly mistakes down the stretch let the game get away. Stephen,
I want to give this young man an opportunity to put that out of his memory.
Number 4 on the floor for Minnesota, redshirt sophomore from Pueblo, Colorado. Stephen Crowl working on Edmonds here. Crowl coming in off a double-double game against Rutgers. And Crowl beats Edmonds. Stare downs and even verbal messages administered as well. Clean game so far. The foul is on Osama of Minnesota. This is Crowl up with the left hand and one.
Watch Tajay here. Loves that early offense.
Badgers led by 1 coming out of the locker room at halftime. They've stretched the lead out to 7. Crowl for 3.
Steve come eventually. I think if I'm Wisconsin, I go right back to Stephen Crowl.
You got it. Crowl. Stephen Crowl hits the shot. 116 points against the Hawkeyes as Oda Cali misses. Rebound batted around.
Let's see if Xavier Amos can pick up where he left off in the first half. Did a really good job off the bench.
Here's Crowl. Bucket and a foul.
On big, gets Crowl to the box. He loves that little right hook.
7'1" Crowl is met, but he gets the loose ball and put. And Bailey is a consensus lottery pick.
And no question about his ability and Harper as well. Right now it's about winning for Rutgers, though. Nice little footwork.
Oh, that should count, and it does. 2 fouls on Ace Bailey, and he sits for the time being.
Not a good call against him, I thought. They were going to ride that play like NBA style. Chuck Bailey.
Amos not slipping this time.
Pretty well.
Osman, the dish. Crowl the finish.
Good dribble drive.
Began his career at San Diego and then went the Division II route. Crowl, you mentioned his prowess from the perimeter. 30 to 15, a cuff. That's a long 2.
If anything, that's enlightening for Rutgers. Got a third guy that can do some damage once Harper's healthy with Bailey.
6 straight makes on this end for Wisconsin. Crowl makes it 7.
Max tried to help out on a cutter and had to pay dearly.
They got 21 combined minutes and 3 combined points from he and Harper, and yet they're right in this game.
Only 9 minutes for Bailey and change.
Anjay in trouble, and he's bailed out by Winter. 8 to shoot. It's popped away by Crowl. Good defense from Somerville, the freshman. On the senior. Winter off the blow-by from Bailey. Shovels it underneath.
Patience.
Blackwell can run the show when he comes up short here. Crowl, right place, right time. Advantage against Indiana on Thursday. On the baseline, there's Crowl with the follow-up. The miss.
Respect his three-point shooting ability at 40% from 3, and he all of a sudden goes by you and has the ability to rise and knock that thing down. That's pretty.
We're watching Iowa shoot around this morning, and you just kind of tap me and go, Josh Dix, that kid is so fun to watch.
Special.
He's become the 3rd scorer for the Hawkeyes around Sanford and Freeman. And it's Freeman that has the defense on Crowl, who bangs it off the window.
Sudden that roll guy has to get a tagger, and that tagger was out of the corner. And if you don't get back to that corner more quickly, it's a 3 ball. Good execution there from Iowa.
It's Crowl that stays in. Winter sits. So one big out there for Wisconsin, and Crowl carves out some more space for Blackwell in the first half, and Freeman hangs on the rim.
It's really good movement there from Freeman to find that little crevice. Good pass as well.
Now back down in this end. Freeman dealing with Crowl one-on-one.
He's got to stay aggressive.
Matchup we saw so many times in the 2 games last year. He grinds in. Crowl banks it in. Sanford and Freeman scores in tight.
It's a nice job by Brock Harding, number 2 in black, recognizing the mismatch on the interior and finding him. Good pass.
Tanjay bullies his way in on Dix. Had to give it up.
Good defense there from Iowa.
Yep. Sanford trying to stay with Blackwell. Give up. Crowl beams his way to the rim.
Down to 4. Lovejoy with the left hand, a wild shot. Crowl with a rebound. See if they can start playing with some pace. That's the Badgers. And going back to what their schedule has been, 1 game in 19 days. Don't play again until January the 3rd. Sometimes that may slow you down just body-wise. Nice job to Crowl. The feed from Klesman. Baseline jumper, short. Nice feed again inside to Crowl to get a lot of playing time. And 9 minutes to go in this first half.
You see Detroit with so many bodies there. That's where Crowl needs to make a quick decision. He does. He reads that.
Really missed it. And the follow blocked by Amos. We don't believe in jinxes, man.
No, we don't.
Tanjay to Crowl. Beautiful touch pass. Within 8. Falling away. Tough shot over Crowl. Not to be. Blackwell and the Badgers on the move. Crowl underneath. Running the floor. Good for 2.
When the other person has the ball and is driving. Both those guys play off each other so well.
Gonna get the basketball in. They do underneath to Crowl, who's got a Baker's. He's had a really nice afternoon. 14 for Lovejoy.
He is. He's the way he's been able to score the basketball. Again, a guy that doesn't shoot a lot of threes, only 8 of them on the season. But that mid-range game is what he's done so well. And if you're Detroit, what you've got to do to get back in the game, it's got to start on the defensive end. You can't leave him wide open. That's
all-time meeting, a series that dates back 103 years. First one since the 2011 Sweet 16. And the tip controlled by the Badgers. John Blackwell bringing it across for Wisconsin. This is Tanjay. First touch for him, better than 20 points a game. A guy they need to get going a little bit here. Stephen Crowl, that is a really good...
To me, what I love is you've seen another layer to Patrick's game. I mean, the way he's shooting the ball right now with Butler team, it's been fun to watch him.
6-0 run here by the Bulldogs. See if Wisconsin has an answer. They get it down low, and Crowl got the first 2 for the game
as well. Now he's got 4 assists, but he's attacking from the wing versus from the middle of the floor where that defense is packed.
Crowl back in there, working on Kapke. Crowl. You're saying, Greg.
Green's there on the block. That's what you're going to face against this Butler defense.
Badgers just one of their last 9 from the field. Got 6 to shoot. Crowl will try a 3 and hit it.
Exactly right.
It's his second double-figure game of the year. He's got 11, and now McGee comes up with the steal. Tanjay's got it for the Badgers. Get a 2 for 1 if they hurry. Crowl inside. Stephen Crowl now with on Telford every time he catches the ball. McCaffrey. Go, and the rebound to Crowl. Badgers are going 3.5 minutes without scoring.
Well, Dave, the reason they have is the ball hasn't moved. They've got to play with a better pace. Multiple ball reversals.
And Crowl hits the 3. McCaffrey for 3. Rims out. Kept alive by the Badgers, and there is McGee again. He's giving them a nice boost, Brian.
And he has all year. He's been that pop off of the bench.
Transfer from Wisconsin, Green Bay. Crowl inside, 2 more.
An effort to get to the offensive glass here early. Directed by Brad Underwood. We'll see just how aggressive they can be and how many possessions they can steal.
Janicki off the screen, bouncing inside. Crowl for 2. I thought Janicki back to the star freshman. Drive, lob, Ivisic.
Amos was right there where he needed to be. He was the help defender and came over and got a contest on that shot.
He's too effective.
Wide open. He's not even looking at the rim.
It's 2 offenses that have put up some big numbers this year, struggling here in the first half. Crowl finally pure.
That's been heavily contested, and it has not mattered. Xavier Amos wants this one. You can see he wanted to get Dre Gibbs-Lawhorn down there in the torture chamber.
Now he gets it back. Swinging around for McGee with 14. Amos looking to post up on Yakachonis. Janicki on the drive. Bounce it. Crowl banks it home.
But that's Janicki playing.
Klesmit to Crowl. Crowl taps it in.
6 to play in this first half. Donaldson probes inside. Golden couldn't finish it.
Right there at the rim.
Donaldson late to recover. Blackwell, no real numbers. Now he'll slow it down. Screen from Crowl. Blackwell inside. Bounce it. Crowl the finish.
Boy, that's just a tremendous look.
No hesitation.
He was a really solid player at Colorado State. Went to Missouri last year. Was really never healthy. Shut it down after 8 games. Noon local start time. Students seem to be a little late arriving for this one. They had a football game yesterday and a lot going on. Noon is difficult for college students. I can remember from experience.
Janicki in the game. Well, he had a nice back cut. They just missed him.
Crowl is back in, working on the block with some size. He is very patient and a soft touch.
Fellow stretched out a little bit. I thought Stephen Crowl might challenge at the rim. Stephen Crowl's up in class. He's been in his class a few times before. Not to jump.
So the Cougars hanging in there within 6 right now as we get a little bit close to the midpoint of the first half. There's a nice physical turn.
The easiest 3 to knock down right at the top of the key.
Strong take by Tanjay, cut off. He'll fade back, rolls out, and there's Crowl for the easy putback.
Try to get him going early in this game. The first action they run directly at him, just couldn't get the basket to go.
Wisconsin posts up Nolan Winter, backing down on Guillermo Diaz-Graham. Max Klesmit has struggled to shoot the ball of late. Great time, though, to Crowl for the flush.
Back playing off 2 feet. Kind of gave a little LeBron James flex there.
He's added a lot of strength. Greg Garb was telling us it's paying off. Crowl working on Diaz-Graham with 3 fouls. Their lead is 5. Tanjay dropping it off for Crowl. Couldn't finish. Got it back. It's a goaltend on Corin.
Yes, to the big in the opposite slot. And there's just a lot of movement.
Klesmit for the roller. Crowl banked it in. Difficult too, and he got the roll. So that's a good sign. Keyshawn Hall off to a good offensive start.
If you're Wisconsin, those long contested challenge 2s, those are the shots that you're going to live with. Sometimes better offense beats good defense as UCF go a little tempo press back to a 2-3 zone.
Inside Crowl and a finish. J.J. Taylor, the Memphis transfer, only played 3 games there a year ago. He missed it on the fly. Here comes Blackwell for Wisconsin. Skipping to Klesmit. Almost went out of bounds. And now Blackwell will reset things with Amos. Those 2, Crowl, Tanjay, and Klesmit. Crowl giving all kinds of space to fire. He won't oblige. Midway point, first half. Amos inside. Crowl blocked by Chiam. And they're going to call.
Head coach. Kick it to the outside, and the 3 set shot wouldn't go from Trey Miller.
Badgers got to get, they're going inside. That's important. They got to take advantage of it. Got to get a little movement. Get it side to side. It always helps.
Crowl finally sees one go through. His first point's about that, and it showed with 103. I was joking with a couple of their staff. When we played them, it would be 50-48, and that was at the end of the game, not at halftime. No doubt. Nice move by Crowl. This crowd is just waiting for something to go right for them. They've only had 2 leads in this game. As Crowl goes inside, that's a good set play.
Yeah, good.
Toby Awaka He wants those opportunities back again.
Amos to McGee. He has been the prototypical backup point guard, great floor general for this team. Janicki had a nice spark early. Crowl inside.
This is going to be big boy basketball in the second half. I think Badgers got the Wildcats' attention. And they have come out here in the second half determined to be the more physical team.
Forget poking the bear. They poked that cat. And Arizona has responded. Crowl spins. Oh, the long strides.
Undersized bigs like Trey Townsend at 6'6". Guys like Carter Gilmore at 6'9". Winter at 7 foot. Crowl at 7 foot. It's very difficult to maintain your position against guys that are lower than you.
What a pass. What a finish. Beautifully.
Tate picks up a screen, working downhill, pulls up from the charity stripe, and can't get the bounce. John Blackwell the other way against Threadgill. Now down low to Crowl. Crowl looking to go to work. He's got space. Goes up with the right little contact, finds space, and we're tied up at 2.
The Badgers have struggled with just second chance points. Really, App State's really going to want it more, so they're really going to come in here and really hustle. So the Badgers are going to have to match that.
Tanjay down low to Crowl. Looking to go to work. Floater, good.
Love to see it. Love seeing it very evident with the amount of minutes that he's playing.
Threadgill doubled. Dumps down low. A loose ball again. Here come the Badgers. Tanjay the other way. Slows things down. Now goes to Crowl. Crowl looking to tie off glass. Good. 17 all. For the Badgers. Inbound to Gilmore. Tanjay's got an open look, but passes it up to go down low to Stephen Crowl. Crowl going to work against Michael Marcus. Badgers have the lead.
Knocked all them down, but has knocked down the ones that counted.
Winter trying to find Blackwell, but that's a turnaround to Crowl. Blackwell, 8 on the shot clock. Back out to Crowl, top of the key. He fires the 3. Good. Hunley flips to Tate. Tate fires off the feed. Could not get it to go. Got a few bounces. Didn't fall through.
Stephen Crowell's down there battling. They're trying to give him the ball.
They get it to him. Crowl off glass. Good.
Yep. Had him.
Again, no Mountaineer. Well, C.J. Huntley at 11.
Stephen Crowell's down there battling. Are they going to send help? If they don't send help, he's going to go to work.
Crowl off the glass and through. He takes the game lead.
We'll see how that lineup fares tonight after a dismal start against Holy Cross. We are officially underway. Badgers take the opening tip, and John Blackwell, recently moved to point guard, will take it. Blackwell stepping back, feeding Winter. There's Crowl down low and slamming it home.
Rotation there by Wisconsin. Great communication on that first possession.
Kicks to the corner. Here's John Tanjay with the basketball, driving back outside to Crowl. He'll fire the 3. That one, good! Klesmit fires the 3 this time, off the mark, but offensive rebound from Stephen Crowl. Crowl, back down Kenny. Off glass, Badgers lead.
It's great.
Tanjay going the other way, back to Stephen Crowl up top. Looks for Blackwell. Blackwell with a little bit of space. Steps back. Out to Amos. He's guarded out tight. Crowl back to Tanjay. 10 on the shot clock. Pass inside to Crowl. He's doubled. Working his way through traffic. Stephen